Hey there, welcome to the Lucid Mirror channel. Welcome to your guidance for the week of the 21st to the 27th of March. Let's see how this goes. Please pick a number, pick a pile, pick a card, and the timestamps should be in the description box or in the comment section below. I look forward to hearing from you, and make sure you maybe watch this video now and save it to watch midweek to see how this came for you or if the guidance has changed as well. Okay? See you in your reading. I got excited. Hey, number 3, welcome to your pile. I got excited and started shuffling behind the scenes for you, so my apologies. But the situation is the Four of Pentacles for the week ahead, and your guidance is the Knight of Wands and the Five of Swords in reverse. So this feels like there might be some sort of blockage. I don't know, this reads like a blockage this week, and it could be to do with money, health, very tangible things in your world. I'm going to try and keep it broad because everybody's going through this differently, right? The essence is going to hit them differently. But yeah, there seems to be some sort of, I want to say, a blockage or something that you don't quite know what to do, what choice to make, or you have to wait for a little while for something to mature or come to fruition for you. But what I'm seeing as far as your guidance is to keep going, to keep moving, not to be static. So the situation may be static, but that doesn't mean that you sleep all week, right? Whatever sleeping looks like in your situation. Thank you. I do like my nail polish as well. This is paint. I was painting. Yeah, I feel like your guidance is to keep going because there's something here about like the worst being behind you in this particular arena, or that you just gotta sort of take this situation with you as you go along, and maybe as you're traveling and as you're going, as you're keeping moving and providing yourself with what you need and continuing to live your life, the more the situation might just get knocked about enough to be fixed. So I'm gonna pull from my OGs here and see what else in relation to guidance that they can give you for this coming week, in relation to this issue here. I feel like definitely like keep going, right? Keep going, keep moving. Don't completely abandon the situation. Like, do your due diligence, check on it, check up on the things that you need to check up on. But at the same time, like, I'm not feeling like you need to spend that much time or dedicate that much time to this issue, or blockage or whatever this is. Like, keep look at it every so often. It's almost like when you have a turkey in the oven, or you're putting something in the oven, or painting a wall, or planting seeds. Like, that stuff is gonna take time, but that doesn't mean you can't check on it every once in a while to see how far along it's come. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. But definitely you keep going. And the Wizard of Awareness is here. I love this. He's basically saying, like, check out. So there is a sense of like pettiness here. If this is about like a relationship that you're moving through with people in your world, I'm seeing like there's a sense of like, don't be petty, but be petty, but don't. It's sort of the vibe of, if you are in conflict with someone, acting like you're not in conflict can sometimes look petty. But in this example, what I'm picking up on actually is acting like things are okay, right? So keeping things moving along. But it's not really acting necessarily, and it could be, but it's more so just this idea of keeping it moving, right? Like, okay, that was that, let's keep moving. The Wizard of Awareness. This is my first deck ever, And I used to get him so much. I wanted to rip this card. We've come a long way. So the Wizard of Awareness is basically here asking you to observe. So it's interesting that he's the one that shows up, number 3. It's interesting. I feel like he's definitely saying take a step back, right? And I feel like this message may have something to do with time or rumination, space and air to give to something. I feel like what may be challenging or not working out, or where there's kind of a blockage and maybe it's affecting your finances or whatever the case may be, I feel like your guidance is definitely to keep going and invest yourself in other areas of your world. Things that bring you joy, things that feel good, things that make you feel saucy. But at the same time, knowing and trusting that this may just not be the right time for what you are, whatever this situation is, right? It feels like it may just be the timing is off. And I do feel like I want to go back to what I said earlier about as you keep going along, doing the other things that fill you up and fill you with joy and give you purpose, those other things, the more you indulge in that stuff, or the more you give yourself to that, the more you keep moving, the more whatever the situation is will get rattled enough to sort of like fix itself. Right? I feel like it just needs some time, is essentially what I'm saying. So I hope this helped you for the week. This is a weekly reading. This has been your weekly reading. If you would like to pick another card, or another card spoke to you, that would definitely be something I think would be wise. I would also say come back to this and see if there's something else that Spirit wants to call your attention to. There are other weekly readings that were non-time specific that might also be even more helpful to you, so check those out. There will be another weekly reading next week if you want to check your progress on whatever, or just get some guidance for the week ahead, So I wish you everything. Keep your light on, honey. Good luck, and I'll see you next time. Hey, number 8. How are you? I really should have waited for your timestamp to be like 8 minutes. That would have been perfect. But you know what? That's because you watching this now are getting guidance on something that is about to happen in your world. And this is the guidance that you needed to hear right before it happens, like a second before it happens, so that you can make the best choice for you or know that you are on the right track. So what I'm going to pull first is the situation, just to give a little bit of context, and then I'm going to pull further guidance. Okay, so right. The sun has been very interesting. Ugh, got even more interesting. So what I'm picking up here for you is I swear, when I say the sun is interesting, look at all this. Like, what? So the challenge, or whatever this is relating to, is once again something quite tangible, something that's changing, something that is over and done. This could have been maybe a loss of employment, a loss of a certain type of income, a health pitfall that you may have felt, a health setback, maybe with you or even with other people in your family. This is something that has happened, okay? This isn't something that's happening. This is something that has happened. So there's something that sort of turns your world a little bit upside down, and it could be quite minor. It could be an investment that you may have had to make, an investment that you've made. If you did make an investment recently, like you spent some money on something that you're like now feeling a sense of buyer's remorse, I'm here to tell you that that was not the wrong move. I feel like you did make the right move. It'll just maybe take some time for you to see the outcome in the way that you want it to. If this has something to do with like a move away from something into something else, whether this is a geographical location, this is maybe a move in a company, a move in your body, like maybe you've switched regimens, switched medicines, or something like that. Either way, what I'm seeing here is there's a call to feel and see this situation as more upbeat. Okay? I just had a thought about features of certain people. I don't know if that's for you or for me. I'm going to keep it to myself. But something about more rounded features versus angular features, and that relating to ethnicities. But as far as your guidance number 8, what I'm picking up for you is things will get better again, or things will get better. It's like you made a good choice, and this start over, this like new beginning might actually be good. But I feel like you may not have felt as good about it. Like maybe it's a choice that you made, yes, but I feel like you don't have that much confidence in the choice that was made, or in the decision that you're pondering. If you are pondering something health-wise that you're kind of scared of, that might have a minor setback, I feel like your guidance here is to go for it and think of the positive. And then all this hot garbage comes out. The King of Cups in reverse, the Knight of Cups in reverse, and the Temperance. Okay. So what I'm picking up on here is a bunch of BS. It's just a lot of water, a lot of emotion, and the sun coming to sort of dry that shit out. Maybe you've been really in your feelings. Maybe chemical imbalance, quite possibly for some of you, and your guidance is to regain that balance, is to re-find balance. The sun is not a typical balance card. Temperance itself is, but with this Knight and King here also, I'm surprised the page didn't come out. Shoot, I'm sure she's in the deck somewhere, but I'm picking up on somebody who's maybe lost their way a bit. So if this is you, I feel like doing what feels good is honestly going to be the best. And what feels good may not be what you are accustomed to or have been accustomed to. There may be a sense of like guilty feelings here. And it's almost like, baby, the sun is rising. It's a nice day outside. Go outside and don't feel guilty about it. I'm going to pick for further guidance from my OG deck. Oh my god. Card already fell out. And it is the Wizard of Awareness in reverse. That is hilarious. Wow. Okay, this is a similar type of week. Wizard of Awareness and protection. So with the Wizard of Awareness and protection, I was telling another pile that this is a pile that I started off with, and the Wizard of Awareness is one character that I'm very, very familiar with, because he just kept coming out when I was saying when. I'm going to read this to you. He comes to you in this position to warn you that too much force behind a desire for a specific outcome robs you of a true and full experience. Step back. Take your energy away from your situation and focus on gratitude for the ever-changing conditions of life. Are you perhaps trying to control the outcome of something because you don't trust in your highest good? Meditate. Be still. And your answer will come without any effort on your part. Be a neutral observer, and you'll see how this moment is but a small marker on the map of your life's journey. So how this relates, I feel like, is really showing up with all these reversals, and how I don't know, there could be guilt and shame in your situation, but it's almost like the sun is here saying, baby, you don't need that. It doesn't have to be that. And this is a new start too. I feel like there's a new start for you. Go for the new start. Do something that you haven't done. Skydive. I don't know what it is. Take a walk in an area that you haven't taken a walk in. Get your mind off of whatever this sort of pending thing is. If you have been waiting for something to happen, maybe it's something that you've been waiting for too long for. Job search, money to come in, health results, or recovery, or an investment coming through, something popping off. Like, if you are like, when is this going to happen? When is this going to happen? This is so frustrating. This is so frustrating. This is saying, I feel like there might be too much energy and emotional tie to this thing happening in the time that you want it to happen. Just with all this water here, my guy, that's a lot of emotion that's just not really helpful, and it's taking you away from what else you could be doing and enjoying in your world. And it might be difficult because you really do want this thing, but that energy could be in a way holding this back, in multiple ways, making time feel slower, making you not enjoy other things in your world. So with the sun here, it really is like a yelling message of, find some joy. Step back from worrying too much and also being too invested in something or wallowing, and purposefully look for joy. And that I'm going to pull another guidance card for you, and that there is something new coming your way. Wow, that's a time card. Shit, my guy. Everything is in protection except the sun. Everything is in protection except the sun, number 8. You have education in reverse. Definitely something new is coming up, and it's okay for it to be new and not known to you. Right now, I don't feel like you need certainty. I know you want certainty in whatever situation this is. Certainty would absolutely sort of is the thing that you would want the most. But what I'm getting here is that certainty may or may not come. That's not really the point. It's more so like you have to sort of find the joy in something. There will be clarity, just in this moment. It's not coming quite yet. So don't waste your life worrying. Don't waste your life wallowing. Don't waste your days, your hours, your minutes. Try to actively seek out joy and new experiences that will bring you a good time, because you've already hit rock bottom and there is a call to start over in some way. So I feel like even with that, brighter days are ahead if you've hit rock bottom. You know what I mean? You can't go lower than that. So I wish you everything, number 8. Make sure to maybe check again during the week to see where you're at in the guidance. Maybe one of the others might have something for you, or even check on past guidance videos. Those were not dated, so that might be something of value to you to sort of see if there's something more that calls to you. I wish you everything. I really do. Keep your light on, honey, and good luck. Hey, number 5. Hey. So I'm going to pull a card that's just going to be like my anchor card. It's my, what am I reading about? What is the situation for? It's still going to be pretty broad for the week ahead. And then I'm going to ask for your guidance, okay? Okay. I'm not going to do that. All right. So your sort of thing that this guidance rests in is the 9 of Wands. It has. This has been a week, okay? This has been quite the week. So you you have. It's exhausting. It's been exhausting. Waiting for things to pop off, waiting for things to come to fruition. Doing your best to hang in there. wondering when the sun will come, wondering when all the efforts and energies that you've put in will come into fruition. Like, when is it my turn? When is it my cup of tea that's going to be served? Is it going to be served in the temperature that I want it? Like, this, I feel like this is, I don't want to say existential, but I feel like this is more so like those feelings where, and again, it can be much, much more smaller, much more like not as cataclysmic as an existential crisis, but it definitely is like a little slice of that pie, I feel like. Um, where you don't know if what you've been fighting for, what you've been aiming for, is even what you want anymore. If all the things that you've sort of been wanting and going towards in your life, if they are the thing that make sense for you to have. To me, there feels like a sense of waiting, a sense of not knowing whether what you have is enough or whether it's happening at the pace that you want it to happen this week. I have to add that because this shit feels so big, but it's like, bro, it's like a moment this week. And I feel like show yourself some grace in that area. And this is almost like, if I would relate this to specific examples, I would say this feels like someone who is in a relationship with someone, platonic, romantic, where you want it to be better, and you just don't know if you want to continue with this relationship, like if it's not your child, if you want to continue with this relationship, or if this boss is really worth da 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 da. This to me feels like your guidance. It feels really hard for me to give, but it feels like your guidance is to take a break from the to take a break to take a break from whatever the weight has been about, to take a break from whatever the thing that you've been going for has been about. Take a break from it, and maybe for this week, act like it's not act like it's not there. Plausible deniability. Act like it's not there. You still see it, you still know it's there, but almost have this, it doesn't exist. Or, and I say this in terms of relationship to say, like, if there's, you want your partner to be more XYZ, not so much pretend that they are, but pretend that you feel and act the way you would if they were. You know what I mean? If this is, you wish you had more money and it hasn't come to fruition, I'm not saying act like you have more money, but feel the way you would feel if you did. Shit. Like, try to reach out for that. What I'm seeing is someone here continuing to take the stand that they're taking, but with much more grace for themselves. Okay? With much more grace for themselves than they've been showing. Have more grace for yourself in whatever situation it is that has been hurting you, hurting your will, hurting your inner self, hurting your vibes, your self-esteem, that kind of thing. I feel like this, with the King of Cups, is your guidance. I'm really, really seeing like having more grace for yourself, but not giving up at the same time. I don't want to take you guys, so sorry. I love that the compass comes out for you as further guidance here. I love this, because this isn't to say give up. It's having more grace for yourself as you continue taking the stand that you're taking, as you continue on the road that you're going. Because with the compass here, I love that this came out for you, 5. The compass says you are on the right track. You are following your true north, right? It may look like it's taking some time for the car to come pick you up, for the bounty to arrive, but there's something in you that is telling you that things will come. You are on the right track, basically. That there will be changes along the way, but that you are on the right track. And perhaps the thing that you need to do is to show yourself more grace, to reaffirm to yourself that you are on the right track. And sometimes being on the right track is, this thing gives me joy. Or this reacquainting yourself with the reason why this is a thing that you want to do or have been wanting to do, right? I feel like that might be also something that would be quite helpful this week. I am going to read Compass to you because I feel like this group really needs that. Compass says you're entering, nope. It is, oh my god. You're entering uncharted territories right now and can expect wonderful new experiences. To stay on the highest path of your destiny, you need to keep your compass pointed to true north. Only spirit or a higher power can serve this function. Money, property, prestige, romance, and other material achievements can't help you find your truth path. They're simply things that you may experience along the journey. Know that spirit is working in your life, so even if you feel lost temporarily, it will be easy to find your way. Have faith and trust, for your compass with spirit is true north. Wow. Have faith and trust, for your compass with spirit as true north will ensure that you'll never be lost, even on a starless night when all seems dark. And I feel like the challenge is that things do feel a little bit darker this week, but with the King of Cups here, he knows something. I feel like the King of Cups has been around the block for a while, so I feel like there is an inner you that is keeping you hoisted and keeping you grounded. And that is something that you shouldn't completely dismiss this week. Like this week. So I hope this served you, number 5. Stay tuned to next week when we have our next weekly guidance, and I hope that this served you. Feel free to check on the channel for other guidance readings, because this one is particularly dated, but the others are not, and they're timeless, so that's kind of fun. So I wish you everything. Keep your light on, and good luck.